There we go. Guys, how you doing? Are we doing well? Bitcoin went down to 63 actually. This is just something else. How you doing? You doing well? Ask me about altcoins, guys. Ask me about altcoins. We're gonna take it easy on this stream. There will be no shouting. You know, we're gonna do, you know, the Tino way, eloquently spoken, talking slowly, maybe with a little bit English accent. I don't know how English accent goes, but you know, maybe some English accent. Maybe we do Scottish. I don't know how to do accents, guys. I don't know. How do you do the Scottish accent? I'm from Scotland. Where are we gonna talk Scottish accent? I don't know, they eat a lot of words. Anyways, guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Vladan wants us to talk about Chappies. But Chappies is not an altcoin, guys. Exactly, Chappies, Bitcoin and altcoins. What's going on, man? I've been so busy, I check the charts and blood everywhere. What's up, bitch? It's good, go away, man. Go away and come back in, you know, in a couple of months. It's gonna be fine. Wasn't half bad, man. So far so good, but you know, I'm gonna show you what I'm actually looking at. So the channel up here is a little bit sketchy, so I'm gonna remove that. I don't think it's over just yet, guys. You know, it might be soon be over, but you know, we might be very close to that level. Accents, big brother, how you doing, man? So I don't think it's over just yet. Yeah, it is down 4%, but you know, this move up here, this tiny little bit move up here, you know, 5.3% move towards the upside. Nah, this is not over. Nothing is broken just yet. If you look at the moving averages up here on a little bit bigger time frames, like 10-20 moving average still above us. We didn't even tap the 200 moving average or blue box. So there's that. On daily time frame, we just, you know, crashed below everything down here. So this pullback up here is doing nothing, not even above this resistance level over here. Weekly time frame, we got a whole, you know, way to go to the blue box and the 10 moving average, so you know, nada. Like you gotta go to, you know, something like 1 hourly time frame to see some kind of, you know, bullish moves above moving averages. You know, this last trend over here got broke a little bit towards the upside, but even then, you know, and if you look at some kind of, you know, some kind of indicators down, like yes, the 4 hourly went to, you know, 30 down, but it can go lower. Over here, the momentum is still climbing towards upside up here, so it does, you know, there is very good chance that it can actually be over, but sketchy, guys. It is a little bit sketchy. So there is that. Ethereum is down big time. Ethereum's, you know, trying to hold the blue box 3.2 level. So there is that. We might look at a little bit, you know, what's Ethereum doing as well. I know there is a lot of lines on the chart. Excuse, pardon my French, but you know, It does look nice. Now, the problem up here in this channel, these channels towards the downside, the problem up here is that we actually touched the line, right? So if you look here on Bitcoin as well, I mean, we technically touched the line, right? So I don't know if we did that on Bitcoin over here. Let's do that. I mean, almost on the line, and it kind of depends, because I like to draw this line like this over here, and then if you pull that down here, then, you know, we touch the line again, you know. And I don't like touching the line on this move up here. I would like this to go over here and then not touch the line, right? So, you know, this move up here, and then don't touch the goddamn line over here again. Don't touch the line. Don't go down there, and then go towards the upside, right? So, you know, touching the line is not actually a good sign. Touching the line is not a good sign. Danny, how you doing, man? What's up? Hello, bro. Can you do if Jupiter is doing well on support? I'm actually looking at no, I'm not actually looking at Jupiter up there. Where is Jupiter up here? Jupiter was actually down 10% and it wasn't, and it's right now down, you know, it was down more than 10% up here. How much was Jupiter down? 17%. What? Hey, brother. 70% towards downside. Now we are still looking at this move towards upside. I was actually thinking that, you know, Jupiter might actually, you know, consolidate over here and then break towards upside. But this actually broke down. But it is breaking down inside this box down here, right? Inside the box up here, I'm looking to move this move for upside. Now, there is a channel actually over here. It's not this rising channel up here. On Jupiter up here, I think it goes something like this over here. Maybe a little bit, you know, sketchy like this over here. No, it should be over here. Something like this, maybe. Let's go small time frames. Let's go small time frames, and so this move up here broke, right? So it should be over here, somewhere down there, and then this should be over here. Maybe this line up here should be a little bit, you know, jiggly jag over here. This one down here. This looks nice. This looks nice. So it looks like something. These small time frames, though, small time frames. But you know, when you squeeze the chart, it does not look actually like that, right? I mean, we get a low, lower low, lower low, so it is actually down here. But you know, where should this stop be? Up here? You know, something seems a little bit off. Something seems a little bit off. Let's clean up everything over here. So this movement, you know, the big question is whether this actually broke the support levels over here towards the downside. I mean, the last part up here did get broken up here. We can pull it over here. So this did get broken towards downside. It doesn't have to go all the way down to the, you know, the bottom support down here. That's at $1 down here. I mean, it came very, very close, but it doesn't have to do that. You know, this 10 moving average is very, very close up here. Might do another move up here before it actually continues towards the upside. Yeah, this line over here does seems legit though. This line does seems legit over here. And if the line is legit, that means that the channel is legit, and the midline over here, somewhere over here. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's say this line up here is legit. And then we're gonna double that towards the downside up here. I mean, it is on some kind of support level, right? On the weekly time frame, we got nothing, right? Because, you know, the support on the weekly is all the way down there at 0.53, so, you know, that's not helping us right now. On the daily time frame, like the very, very first support level up here is all the way down here at these, you know, red candles. But, you know, I would assume it's all the way down there as well. So, you know, that's not helping us. So if you go to the 4-hourly time frame, we did break below the support level over here, right? And the next support level is down here. So we are right now in what we would like to see. And, you know, considering these bottoms over here, so this is some kind of liquidity area on the downside over here. And maybe there is some more movements towards the downside, because you see these, you know, moving averages kind of going down, and we still haven't broken back above this level up here towards the upside again. So, you know, there is that. but it is inside this, you know, what I would assume it's liquidity area, because this move up here went very, very fast. We came to this week. I still think that there is a good chance we might actually dip another move towards downside. So if you see over here on Jupiter up here, if it actually does go down there into that area, you know, below, you know, 112 to, you know, 0.97, that's gonna be another 10% down over here, something like that, another 20% down. That would mean you pick up whatever liquidity is in that area, right? And I would assume there is liquidity in there, right? Because over here it came, you know, slowly pulled up here above these levels over here, slowly pulled up, slowly started climbing up here, pulled up above here a little bit, and then exploded towards the upside. So right now there is liquidity area, but you'll see also there is something very interesting happening on the chart actually. So you see down these wicks are down here, right above these, you know, these highs over here, and these, and this bottom up here never came, you know, it never came into this liquidity area up here, you know, technically speaking, liquidity area, right? So, and the same thing goes for over here. You know, when it started going, it didn't go all the way down there. It didn't go all the way down into the box, right? And right now, you know, maybe we're not gonna go into the box either this time around, because, you know, this time it didn't go, well, because once it actually broke higher, it didn't get into the box after that, and then it was consolidated up here and broke towards the upside and didn't get into the box up here, and then it went up here. Right now just consolidating up here, it's not inside the box, but, you know, technically up here, you know, the box. So you're gonna see. It did break the trend a little bit, but it broke the trend on the small time frames. This is very important because I think people misunderstand a little bit. Was this a parabolic move towards the upside? I mean, technically it was, right? So you got these very nice lines up here where it is increasing in speed towards the upside over here, right? It is increasing in speed towards upside, and this was the last move up here where it just exploded up here, and then it started doing this you know, zigzag pattern up here at the top. Where should you put up here? It went like this up here, and right now it started, but, you know, since this is the first move up here, it should actually go something like this over here, and then it started breaking that towards downside, and then you had this move up here, and right now it's breaking. But these two, this trend and this trend and this trend, right now this is broken, this is not broken, this is not broken, but this is on the small time frame, right? This is a 4-hourly trend, so the 4-hourly parabolic move on the small time frames is done. But if you look at it on the daily time frame, it's not done. There is nothing right now that's telling us that, you know, this move over here is done. And what we're having right now is just this, you know, this what am I gonna call it, this trend being created right now, right? So we are just consolidating inside the trend up here before we do a next move towards upside, right? That's what we're actually doing, right? We are creating this this pivot point over here, maybe even a little bit steeper up here. Depends whether this is actually bottom or not. If this is bottom, then we can draw the line. If this is not the bottom, but, you know, until you get a pivot point, you cannot actually draw the line. But what we do have right now is these two lines, and right now the trend is not broken. This is still going towards upside. I mean, yes, you are pulling back because we got a little bit extended towards upside, but you know, eventually, you know, to the moon and beyond, as they say, to the moon and beyond, to the moon and beyond. So I don't know, it looks okay, it looks okay. The problem up here again on Jupiter, you know, it's new coins. Once new coins start getting into this, you know, into this whatever you're gonna call it, right, price discovery area up here, because you know, down here, when it was down here, you could draw a lot of, you know, these support levels or resistance level, but once that's broken, it, you know, it goes into this price discovery area, and it's a little bit tricky, right? What we can do is see actually how high we have actually pumped towards the upside over here. So it's 250% all the way down from the bottom, 270, it's almost 3x, so it isn't that much. And right now the pullback from the very top to the bottom was actually 30%. So if you remember up here last time on altcoins, like you know, I always do Cardano, but last time on the pullback up here, it was, you know, 34.5% pullback on Cardano, right? This over here right now is 27 pullback Cardano. Are we gonna do a little bit more towards the downside? I definitely think we can, like nothing has changed. But yeah, definitely, you know, big pullbacks on some of these coins, right? And I've seen on X that a lot of people are a little bit, you know, scared and stuff like that. And I actually saw one guy you know, saying he took profit, but I misread this guy. I don't know if you can actually see this. I decided this was time to take profits on my dollars at 62.4. And when I saw this, I was like, eh man, he sold exactly at the bottom. But he took profits on the dollars, not on Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin, he still loves Bitcoin, right? He took profits on the dollars, meaning he sold the fiat for Bitcoin. So I thought it was a little bit funny because, you know, he got me a little bit there because I thought he sold at 62.4, but he didn't. He didn't. And Bitcoin up here, 62.4. It's, you know, all the way down here, 624. So, you know, he bought more Bitcoin at 62.4. So I think Bitcoin is a little, you know, another leg towards downside, and biggest reason for that is because we are touching the down here. So I think it's gonna do another one of these moves up here, maybe even sharp up here towards downside over here, and then, you know, break this and go towards upside. I'm gonna show you something I think is very interesting. So we're gonna find a clean chart over here. This is clean enough for me. Could we have any kind of alt run after this Bitcoin? Of course, this is the thing that we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for Bitcoin to drop down, to give up. So, you know, these, you know, guys would sell and then start buying altcoins, right? So we are waiting for Bitcoin to kind of, you know, capitulate, you know, towards the upside. So, you know, we can have, you know, money flowing into altcoins. Of course, we are still waiting. We're still waiting for altcoin season. But let me show you something over here. If you invert the chart, it is pretty obvious that this move towards downside over here right now, it's climbing towards upside, and it's pretty obvious that there is a line up here going something like this, right? It's pretty obvious, right? So the line that, you know, the first line that everybody is drawing something like this over here, it's not the correct line. First of all, the way I see it, I think this is a line up here because these top touches are very, very nice. Maybe it's something like this up here, give or take. There we go. No, it should be a little bit higher than that. There, it should be over here, but then it should be down there. But it should be over here. Maybe something like this over here. Give or take, right? It's always give or take. Maybe a little bit down here. There we go. Doesn't matter, right? So over here, it does look like there is a good chance for, you know, this move up here to break towards downside. But it's also good, you know, move that actually can break this move towards upside as well. Now this would be actually very, very bearish, but, you know, it is channeling towards upside. We are still very much bullish. So, you know, if we break this over here, we gotta be bearish. So if you break this towards upside, we gotta be bearish. But, you know, considering that we are still, you know, bullish over here, this move towards downside. Check book of Meme. I have a trade on it. I did look at book of Meme, but Meme, Boma, is Boma? I think it's called Boma. It's on Bybit. It looks nice. Unfortunately, I don't think it's quite over just yet. So the trend over here, at least to me, over here goes something like this. It's actually outside of this, you know, falling trend up here. So this downward trend up here is done, but the question is the next trend done? This is also done up here. So it's definitely changing the trend, but right now it's going inside this, you know, small trend over here towards upside, and you know, so far so good. So far so good. My target is 16. Just over here, 0.16. Wow, that's small trade, man. How can your target be over here, man? This is probably something like 300x or something like that. 33% up. You probably bought this week down here at 0.10, if I know you right. Can we look at GTA 1? Sure, man, why not? Grand Theft Auto 1. I don't know, why you wanna look at GTA 1? It was a good game. I remember playing GTA 1 when I was, you know, kid in school. This was actually really, really fun. So, you know me, right? There you go. Sure, my GTA 1. GTA 1. GTA I or 1? GTA I. Bybit. It's good. It got some kind of trade on, you know, some kind of price action on Bybit. That's good. We like that. So the problem with new coins is it looks like it broke up here towards the downside a little bit again. I mean, it is good channel though. And it is below the channel over here. But, always say but. No, it's this one over here. Still the same channel, just went a little bit below that. These kind of patterns are a little bit tricky, right? I mean, you cannot. Let's invert the chart a little bit over here, right? So you can immediately see that this actually broke towards the upside, creating this double top up here. That means that this, you know, there should be some kind of support level over here, but this is right now actually being broken, right? It's pretty obvious that you know, it's pretty obvious went down to the bottom. It's pretty obvious went down to the top or bottom, broke that, and right now just zigzagging at the support level over here, right? So you know, hopefully it does hold, but we can actually look at a little bit deeper into that, and look at some you know RSI and momentums and stuff like that, right? So if you go to the 4 hourly over here, this actually hit 30 twice over here, and right now it's not hitting 30. Let's go to the daily time frame. Right now we're just sitting at 50 levels, which is actually nice. So sitting at 50 levels up here in our uptrend is actually good. You'll see over here that we have been exploding with momentum towards the upside, but we exploded with momentum towards the upside, downside, but only down to the support levels, right? Also get a little bit extended over on the downside. I don't know, there's a good chance they can actually hold. Can we do another dip towards the downside? I think we can, because I think Bitcoin can. So as long as Bitcoin can do the dip, everything can do the dip, right? So the way I see it over here, this downtrend over here is done. It broke towards the upside, right now retesting. It is probably, I probably don't think it's over here. I think actually it goes something like this over here. Something like this over here. So it's right now, you know, yeah, it's not dumping as fast, but you know, I think it's still dumping though. I think it's still dumping. I think it should be over here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like this, you know, this trend over here does look legit a little bit. If you take the entire move up here, yeah. So entire part up here right now. You can say also that maybe it's some kind of, you know, head and shoulders pattern up here being created up here, and then the midline over here is something like that up here, and then towards the upside, inverse head and shoulders pattern. It might be that, right? It might be that. But we don't have any kind of divergences, anything like that on the chart. There is no divergence in the price over here. The momentum is still going towards the downside over here, so you cannot measure that. But this on daily time frame, maybe you can check it out on the 4 hourly. 4 hourly up here is still, you know, there is no divergence up here, but momentum is actually losing the speed, right? So ever since over here, when it was going towards the downside, you'll see the momentum has been losing speed towards the upside, right? So momentum has been, you know, so this move towards the upside, but after this move towards the upside, it's still losing momentum up here. But if it starts breaking again towards the downside up here and increasing momentum, that can actually be bad, because it can actually dump towards the downside. But right now it just did lose the momentum a little bit. It did lose the momentum a little bit, and right now it's just holding there. Let's see where the support levels are. Right now it's actually technically below that support level. There are a couple of support levels that are major support levels up here at 2.4 and up here at 3.6. Monthly time frame got a nothing. Daily time frame up here. Yeah, it is holding this support level down here, and they created this new support level down here right now. Let's go to the 4 hour, let's see how this actually plays out. So this is the daily levels, right? So it hit these daily support levels up here, it bounced off of that. And right now it's hitting these daily levels again. So just look at this last part over here. Just look at the last part. I mean, technically it's still in a trend, right? This bottom part up here goes something like this over here. So it looks like, to me, it looks like a spinning musical instrument, right? So over here, this last part looks like a spinning musical instrument. It might go a little bit more towards the downside over here. Again, but you know, expanding musical instruments should break towards the upside up here. Now, if that does happen, we are, you know, this move up here broke that, consolidating broke that, and then, you know, it's starting to curve towards the upside. Hey, it might be at the bottom, man. I put some orders as 2.7, should Bitcoin dump. 2.7. 2.7! You put orders at 2.7, man. All the way down there. Why did you put at 2.7? What's the reasoning for this? Oh, this stops up here probably or something like that. The wicks at the upside. Yeah, probably up here. 2.8, 2.7. 2.7 up here. Into the liquidity area down here in the bottom. I mean, you could get filled maybe. Who knows? Maybe you're gonna get filled up. But this is bullish engulfing candle. But it hit only 10 moving average right now, pull back. But we already got a bullish engulfing candle on the chart, which is, you know, showing bullishness in the price. But it didn't break above the 10 moving. It did break above 20, but right now you pull right back. But you know, you got shorter candle than a bullish engulfing candle. Still pushing and consolidating up here. I'm a little bit unsure whether you can actually get filled. But you know, if Bitcoin does dump, you know, who might say that this cannot go another, you know, what's that, 20% down? Over here, yeah, 20 to 28% down. Who might say that, right? But it is on support, like daily support down here is at, you know, 3.55. 3.56 give or take, that's the daily support. Already bought a bag at price, dollar cost average 2.7. Oh, okay. You're welcome. Yeah. Can you check CVX? Made a long from 363 today. What do you want me to look at? What do you want me to check? Thanks, bro. You're welcome. I put some orders to some. Do you think Bitcoin is making a cup and handle on the weekly? My 1 cent knowledge. I don't know about that, man. On the weekly, if you look at a weekly time frame up here, it could technically be doing that, right? You could say this are, you know, it got some kind of nice, you know, elements of the weekly, but that means that this move up here is going to come inside this this bottoms up here and go towards upside. Now, if it's a cup and handle pattern, you know, let's assume this is a cup and handle pattern, and you know, the targets on cup and handle patterns goes from the bottom down here of the cup towards top of cup. You already see where this is going, guys, right? So regardless of if this is some kind of cup and handle pattern, regardless of, you know, this move up here, on the breakout of that move, you know, we are going to 130k. If it's a cup and handle pattern, right? But when it comes to cup and handle patterns, and let's go a little bit higher time frames up here, which is actually very nice. So what you see over here, this does actually in fact look like a cup and handle pattern, because this is creating this very nice curvature. So cup and handle patterns, you know, are not autonomy of a cup and handle pattern, goes something like this. Price will start going towards downside, getting pushed by these moving averages towards downside, right? And then slowly up here, it will start getting above these, you know, moving averages, get supported by the moving averages, and then we'll start going on the moving averages. But at one point, just like over here, it just, you know, gets away from the moving, it just gets away from the moving averages, right? It explodes towards the upside. So this is very important. So reason you have this, you know, cup on the cup and handle pattern is because this overextension pulls back into these moving averages, you know, gets supported by moving averages over here, and then it comes towards stop up here again, and then breaks towards the upside. And oftentimes, whatever this, you know, this neckline is, That's the breakout point. And people say that, you know, this move over here, you know, from the bottom towards the top up here, that's the target towards the upside. But it does have the autonomy of the cup and handle pattern so far. I mean, maybe a little bit early to talk about that this is gonna pull back and how much it's gonna pull back, and you know, maybe it does something like this, maybe go down to 50 and then, you know, again towards the upside. But, you know, it could be, man, it could be. ATR, Artad, if you can do. What you want me to look at on ATR? Guys, when you ask me to look at a coin, tell me what you want me to look at. Because then I am just sitting there looking at coin. ATR. Maxi. Looks good. Daily. Looks good. It's going towards upside. We like that. If it's healthy, man. It's you know, let's try squeezing these two levels over here. On the daily got nothing up here. On the weekly it's a little bit too extended up here, so you know, I cannot say that this is going below or anything like that. Getting some kind of cross. It's just climbing. It has big pumps and big dumps, so you know, it's normal. But it is on 20 moving average, so you know, maybe that's gonna hodl. This is 12-hour daily time frame up here. But you know, support is down here and did break this previous support level up here at the top. So there's that. And you can see the 20 moving average on the daily, that's also important level of support down here. It is healthy, man. Everything is healthy, even after these big pullbacks. I mean, this is, you know, 50% pullback. This over here is, you know, 70% pullback. But you know, that's what you get when you are, you know, when you are doing the these, you know, coins that have low market cap, stuff like that. CVX, Chevron. It's probably not Chevron. It's probably this one up here. Look at the nice curvature, man. Look at a nice curvature on this thing over here. Broke that, consolidated up here. Broke that towards downside, right now dumping. So right now the most important part is over here, you know. This actually looked like it actually went into capitulation mode. It might be crazy up here, but... See how this actually broke down inside capitulation mode. 21 is inside, but the channel up here a little bit, you know, sketchy. Let's see if we get a bigger chart over here. Yeah, we got a bigger chart. There we go. Do we need to do anything else? Do we need to do anything else? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of other charts, like, you know, prices are at, you know, some kind of bottoms, so there's that. By the way, we're drinking milk tonight. Because that kind of day, we can still pulling back towards downside. Over here. So like we said, like this pump over here, like it didn't do actually anything. It didn't do anything, man. Still waiting for this goddamn thing to go down. And it's just not going down. Yesterday pumped, you know, Bitcoin dominance went up a little bit. Right now it's, you know, going down a little bit. But it's still not going down. Up here. So we're gonna check that out. Let's remove everything up here from the chart. Let's invert the chart. It looks like he's doing the curvature though. You know, I might be crazy up here, but you know, it looks like he's doing the curvature. I wouldn't like this over here because this means that, you know, the altcoin season is not coming until 2025. So, you know, best case scenario up here, you know. What about Coty? Has a weird possible bull flag on daily. Could check that out. Coty, bull flag on the daily. Nah, I think it's a little bit, you know, too premature calling this a bull flag. but you know, it is quite large. I mean, you know, it does have this, you know, channel down here. You know, you can say it's a bull flag, but it is on the support level down here, so you know, hopefully that holds. And the most important part right now is over here, because you know, we want to see this this trend over here breaking towards the upside, creating a little bit dodgy up there. So you know, but it doesn't look like it's broken just yet, though. No, but it's doing these bigger moves towards upside and still falling. I think it is gonna go this way towards upside. Here's the reasoning for that. So when price moves towards the upside up here, everything is fine and dandy. But then if you have the price that goes something like this and does these moves up here, and then bigger moves, and then bigger moves, and then bigger, you see what I mean? These bigger and bigger moves towards upside, but you know, these bigger moves, but you know, these moves are increasing in speed towards upside, but it's always falling back down to the support level. It shows a little bit weakness that it cannot actually break it, right? So I think this actually looks nice, and considering that right now we are on the support level down here somewhere, of the channel down here on the support, maybe the channel could be adjusted a little bit. I think it looks nice. I don't know if I would say that it's you know, I don't know if I would say that it's a bull flag. And you know, support is all the way down here at, you know, 10-20 moving average, and down here at, you know, blue box at 0.1. So you know, it could pull back more, but you can see that right now the moving average is up here, picking up quite quickly towards the upside. This is also bearish engulfing candle towards the downside. But it's been bleeding a lot though. It's been bleeding a lot. This is, you know, 40% move down. This over here before that was 36. This is like 50% move down. So it is getting close to any kind of button, right? Just like over here we hit some kind of button of 50%, over here right now 40%. So maybe there is that. Maybe there is that. Who knows? Who knows? Life will tell. So, does anything over here on this chart resembles to you? Like, does this part over here resembles anything we've seen before? I don't know. Let's go a little bit over here. Nah, I don't see it. The only thing that we can actually conclude is when it goes very, very fast, right? So it moves slowly towards the upside, but when it goes fast, right? Thanks, Bitcoin dominance in. Bitcoin dominance. So when Bitcoin dominance actually goes down, it goes actually very, very fast, right? Let's check out let's check out Cardano dominance. Solana dominance. Sol.d, I think. Market cap, Solana. Wow, look at that. But you know, you can draw the lines on any kind of chart, which is actually very, very nice, because then, you know, we can do stuff like this over here. The dominance up here. The same thing goes over here, but you know, this is a little bit different. And it already looks like, you know, the dominance actually broke towards the upside up here. It should go over here, I think. No, I should go something like this up here. But it's not going that fast though. It's not going that fast. And Ethereum, let's go check out Ethereum, ETH USDT on Qcoin. It is falling down though, pretty heavy though, pretty heavy towards downside. But you can see this moves towards the upside, right? There are no pivot points beside this one. There is no pivot point. So what we are doing right now is just creating pivot point on a bigger time frame, because this over here You know, we got, you know, small pivot points over here and over here and over here, you know, during the move towards the upside. But this is just one move. So one move, pull back, and then third move, you know, and move towards, not Elliott phase, but, you know, move up, move down, move up, right? So this over here is just creating this, you know, bigger pullback towards downside right now. The way I see it, So what this is actually creating is a pivot point. We got already this one up here. So right now we are looking wherever this, you know, support is gonna be at, because it is slowly climbing towards upside, right? So there was this move, there was this move. I don't think it's gonna come all the way down to, you know, say right now to something like, you know, 2.5 or something like that, or 2.25 or something like that. I don't think it's gonna go all the way there. I think it's gonna create this pivot point over here, something like this, and, you know, and then go towards the upside over here, and there will be another line up here that goes something like this up here towards the upside. Once this pivot point up here, regardless of where the pivot point is, but once the pivot point is actually you know, made, then we'll see, you know, where the breakout and the move towards the upside is, right? But, you know, this is right now just creating a pivot point, though, just a pivot point. And Bitcoin just did the poo-poo while I was actually watching it. So I'm watching this chart up here. Look how much it got rejected, man. You know, this move down up here, you know, people went long, and then, you know, this failure up here, you see up here how it cannot break, and right now it's breaking down. This actually might actually be very, very good, because right now it goes down and then suddenly just jumps towards up. Of course, this can actually go down over here, break support, and go toward lower towards downside. But I've seen a lot of these moves up here. You will see some kind of, you know, move down. You will see some kind of move down. You will see consolidation up here. It will go up, and then it will kind of start curving towards the downside over here, and then it jumps down, and, you know, it jumps down below these levels down here. It jumps down below these levels and picks up whatever liquidity is in there, and then, you know, immediately jumps right back up there again. And these kind of moves are very, very common. So, you know, there is some kind of hopium there, but, you know, that means that first you will see another, you know, dip on, you know, 2, 3, 4% towards the downside, maybe even more than that. But, you know, once they actually happen, they do these kind of recovery patterns, right? So if you see something like this over here, you understand why, right? It went up here, you know, it was losing a little bit faith, and then it tried to break, and pulls back, and, you know, it still goes, and then goes up here above these lines up here, gets everybody bearish, and then, you know, returns and goes in other directions. You know, small time frames, 1 hourly there, you know, 1 hourly time frame up here. So, you know, there is some kind of hopium that, you know, this might actually hold, and but I think that the first move right now is a little bit more towards the downside, a little bit more towards the downside. There is it, guys. Thank you for stopping by. 46 minutes, but, you know, since you know, there is not a lot of green balls or blue balls in the chat, you know, so there's that. I clicked on something I should not have clicked on. Guys, if you want to join the green names, be part of the, you know, our Telegram channel, support the channel, all of that shebang. We also got a public Telegram channel, so you're welcome to check it out. Where is the link for that? There's public Telegram channel, and this is our, you know, private, secret TA Fans Club Telegram channel. And we also do a lot of, you know, altcoin videos and stuff like that. If you want to join us and be, you know, chat in our live streams, you're welcome to do that. But since there is not a lot of green names here, see you next time. And, you know, people are not requesting too many coins, that's fine. And I'm not really in the mood. I was at work, I came home, I'm a little bit tired, and I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I should do a little bit more cleaning or something like that, you know. Don't watch the charts too much, because I spent all my money already, you know. I just need stuff to go up. Or go down so I can, you know, FOMO sell, you know, capitulate. Not gonna happen. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye. Where's my